Hour. Damn, son, where'd you find this?
This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
Listen to me, Randy. It doesn't matter what you look like on the outside, whether you're white or black or Sasquatch even. As long as you follow your dream, no matter how crazy or against the law it is. Except for Sasquatch. If you're Sasquatch, the rules are different.
Forget it, Meatwad. I'm a circus freak. That's all I'll ever be.
Whatever.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
What's going on? This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe, hanging out with you. Call the show and leave me a voicemail. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. And for all the info, ryanhopperadio.com. Hi, this is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. I am the authority on all things celebrity news and dating. This show is for the hardworking average Joe and Jane. I'm gender neutral. I don't ever go, hey, I just want the men to listen. I want you all to listen. All you hardworking average Joe and Janes that grind in life. I want to have this show be the entertainment that, really brings down the house. Be that type of entertainment that makes work go by. But you know what is the worst thing about radio? And you know what's the worst thing about comedians and podcasts? Not that we assume that everybody should listen and have the certain entitlement, but a lot of times people go, oh, my show is so funny, oh, da-da-da, and they don't bring in any results. So then the whole show becomes them talking about what they want. So we're going to get right into it. I'm going to prove to you. I'm not going to sit here and talk about it all day.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
I would like with your Car Jenner Roundup. Let's start today off with Chyna Moakler because she recently spoke with Us Weekly and revealed what she knows about her ex Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian.
Imagine how much of a loser you are if you're Chyna Moakler. You're this washed up piece of garbage. You were an awful wife, and now you see that your ex-husband's about to marry a Kardashian, and then every time somebody sees you in public, they ask you about your ex. You have contributed nothing to this planet that makes you an original person. You will always be connected to your ex, and you come off like a bitter person when you even give an opinion on it.
Trying to start a family. She said, all I know is kind of like what everyone else knows. I think they were trying with IVF and there were some complications.
Oh, that's good that Chyna Moakler is speaking it for someone she's not friends with. I'm glad she's out there telling us about the reproductive organs and what's going on with the Kardashians.
I think if that's a desire between the two of them, then that's fantastic. I don't have any issues with that.
Oh, that's good. I'm glad you don't have issues with your ex who has moved on completely, maybe having midlife crisis kids. I'm glad we have your approval. Because when you wake up in the morning and Chyna Moakler, whatever her dumb name is, when you wake up in the morning and she's your ex, you just go out there seeking her approval. Yuck.
Their personal relationship is really nothing I get involved in.
I don't get involved in, but I say I don't get involved in. So by saying I'm not getting involved, I am getting involved. Because I always got to attach myself to Travis.
Relationship is really nothing I get involved in. Recall Travis shares 2 kids with Chyna, and Kourtney shares 3 with Scott Disick.
That's a lot of kids.
I hope to see a TV spinoff of the Kardashians with all the kids one day.
This person just sounds like she has no soul reporting on celebrity news. I can relate. She's like, maybe they'll have a show someday.
Spinoff of the Kardashians with all the kids one day.
Oh, what excitement in this reporting.
Comment down below if you want to see something like that too. Moving on to Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson, because it looks like these two aren't holding back anymore from being seen in the public.
Yeah, I love it at first. It's kind of similar to my relationship. when you first begin dating, you want to keep it private. You don't want anybody to know who the hell your girlfriend is. And then after a while, the routine just gets old as hell, man. I can relate to Kim and Pete.
Yesterday, the Lovebirds attended the Mark Twain event for American Humor in Washington, D.C. The event is a big day for comedy as the show honors those who are prominent in the world of humor.
Yeah, that seems like that'd be a big event for people that are into comedy. A show that involves humor? Whoa! And then comedians would be there? What a concept. Wow!
Kim rocked a sequin dress and was spotted sitting close to Pete as he was sporting some facial hair.
Comedians being at a show full of humor, it's like saying hot girls are going to be at like the local Met Gala. Yeah, what a concept.
To see the photos, head over to HollywoodLife.com. The two have not attended many public events like this together. Recall earlier this month, Pete and Kim attended the premiere of The Kardashians and arrived together, but Pete did not walk the red carpet with her.
Yeah, I can imagine he's a little anxious. He's like, hey, babe, I just gave you the best sex of your life. Can I not walk down the red carpet with you?
Speaking of Kim and Pete, it seems that Kris Jenner was not always a huge fan of their romance.
Yeah, she doesn't seem like somebody that would actually kind of dig a romance that seems to be kind of genuine. She's a vapid person who sold her daughter's sex tape and is raging, see you next Tuesday. It's not, and I'm just saying that because that's her favorite day is Tuesday. I'm not calling her a term. I'm just saying she's not a good person.
According to a source who spoke exclusively with Hollywood Life, Kris knows Pete only has good intentions for Kim, but she wasn't completely convinced he could make it for the long haul.
What a bitch. She's like not giving him any advice on how to make it work. Like, things are appearing to be good. How can I sabotage that?
The insider revealed that the momager actually began to come around thanks to her boyfriend, Corey Gamble.
Oh yeah, Corey's like, listen, relax. I ain't getting laid because you're all uptight.
The source said Kris realizes she may have been wrong and possibly jumped the gun and judged the situation too early before getting to really see their connection grow over time.
Breaking news. It's the first time ever Kris Kardashian has ever said she's incorrect. Mark this down.
For her and Corey, there haven't really been challenges when it comes to their age differences or even the fact that Corey doesn't have kids.
Whatever. 856-49 Hoppe. I love the media, man. It really cracks me up. It really makes me laugh hard because they're always like loving clickbait. So Americans are like, we're tired of hearing about Will Smith, but then Will Smith gets covered. And like Chris Rock's mom gave her opinion on Will Smith slapping Chris Rock, what was like a lifetime ago. And then they're reporting Will Smith spotted for the first time since the Oscars slap. He was in his own little quarantine.
Will Smith! Come!
There's Will Smith waving at everybody. He's a really good guy. He's out with the people. You go, Will.
Will Smith! Come!
Will Smith spotted for the first time since slapping comedian Chris Rock at the Oscars after he made a joke about Jada Pinkett Smith's shaved head.
And then there's rumors that it's not even that bad. Like, oh, they're a bunch of pretentious assholes.
Surfacing in Mumbai, India, of all places.
Yeah, the rumor is, and I don't know if they're going to say it in the video, so I'll just say it now because it's speculation. But he essentially went to some world famous sage and was like, can I get a picture of you blasting me and giving me sound advice so I can be a new man?
The 53-year-old was all smiles as he posed for pictures with fans.
Oh, he's such a good dude. You're taking pictures with people? Wow. You're really a good guy, Will. Forget the fact that you made an absolute embarrassment of your family and your legacy on TV. You walk around Dubai taking pictures with your fans. You're a really good guy. Enough of you.
Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment was brought to you by FitSageFitness.com. When I tell you that Devin Prasad is the best trainer in all of the Bay Area, I'm a man of my words. But if you don't live in the Bay Area, you can always do virtual workouts online. There is never a reason not to work out with Devin Prasad. Just saying. FitSageFitness.com, fit_sage_fitness on Instagram.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Oh, this little guy. Buddy, if I had a peanut, I'd give it to you.
I love you. Bizarro, I love you.
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet.
Happy Hour.
Other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. Leave me a voicemail. 856-49-HOPPE. 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we'll get back to the celebrity news. And we'll get back to my lovely dating advice and everything else that Happy Hour provides to you. But let me tell you. So on Saturday, every day I watch the NBA playoffs until June, and then I'm sad. I sincerely love the NBA, love everything about it. I know nobody in Tampa likes it, so I'm one of the few people that likes it, so I feel kind of out of the... I always feel like I'm not in my right skin. I never really feel comfortable in social situations, but I totally don't, being an NBA fan in Tampa. Like, it is just not a thing. So nobody really knows about Kevin Durant choking in the playoffs. No one really knows about this and that. So I just kind of watch it, and I want to tweet out opinions, and I realize no one really cares because no one really knows who these players are because no one's really watching Atlanta Hawks basketball in Tampa Bay. Like how Atlanta's not watching Tampa Bay Lightning. What a concept. Cities not watching other cities? Whoa. But what I'm saying is I watch the NBA every day. And Saturday, I was watching, I forget what game it was. It doesn't really matter at this point because you probably didn't watch it. And right afterwards was the Joe Francis. Oh, yeah. The documentary of the year. Breaking news from 15 years ago. Joe Francis, who was the founder of Girls Gone Wild. You're telling me that he's not a good person? Whoa. You're telling me that that's not a guy you want to hang out with? Whoa.
In the early 2000s, Girls Gone Wild was a big deal. The videos featured partying college students on spring break. And made its creator, Joe Francis, a multi-millionaire many times over.
Duh.
But a new documentary, Girls Gone Wild Exposed, claims many of the young ladies still bear the emotional scars all these years later.
So here's what I think it is, because I watched about half the documentary. Now, obviously, growing up, I was a big fan of Girls Gone Wild. Oh, I loved it. It was boobs. I grew up Roman Catholic, so I was very horny all the time because I was being told, wait till marriage. And I was like, no, but I want vagina. And it made me a little awkward. What a concept. But let me tell you, it was some good entertainment. It was a good time. But the videos were kind of pushy every once in a while where it's like, show your tits. No. Show your tits. No. Show your tits. No. Show your tits. Fine. Will my parents see this? Never. This won't sell 40 million copies. Like, here's an example.
Jerkmate. It's fun, exciting, totally confidential, and always free to join.
Listen, if anybody is pretending they've never heard a Jerkmates commercial,
why? What are you waiting for?
You're lying to me.
And see.
So what's up? Tell me a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, I love this. They're like the original couch. It's like, let me interview you before you show me your boobs. I want to really know about you.
I ride horses. I graduated last year.
Yeah. This is an example of a Girls Gone Wild. It's in a parking lot. There's the huge Girls Gone Wild bus, which I bet during road trips when they're driving in the middle of Omaha, Nebraska, and there's a family going on a road trip, it was very awkward when you go, Mommy, why are the girls naked on the bus?
And now it's just time for me to party.
You graduated high school or college?
High school.
Oh my God, how old are you?
19.
That was the thing, too. Some of the girls were like 16, 17. Back then, not a big deal. Who cares? And I'm being serious for people out there that were born when this was out. They're going, there's no way there was a world that all these radio shows, Mancow, Lex and Terry, Howard, Opie and Anthony, they didn't have the countdown until the Olsen twins turn 18. That didn't exist. There wasn't a world where we were exploiting people. And let me tell you, before I get back to the Girls Gone Wild clip, before I get back to the news clip, I want to tell you, I had an epiphany last night about the Gen X generation. Let me explain to you my opinions on the Gen Xers. So everybody goes, oh, baby boomers don't know how to use their money. They're out of touch. They're idiots. They're bigots. And that's correct. Oh, millennials are entitled and have been given a bad hand. That's correct. We don't really know anything about Gen Z, but they're different. Well, let me tell you, for too long, Gen Xers have just scooted by, and everyone goes, oh, there's nothing wrong with Gen Xers. It's all the baby boomers and all the millennials fighting. You'll see those memes that Gen Xers share where they're like, we did nothing wrong. It's just boomers and millennials arguing. We're innocent. Joe Francis, creator of Girls Gone Wild. All the radio shock jocks of the 90s. All the creepy directors of the 90s. All the creepy musicians of the 90s. We're all Gen Xers. There is a certain energy, there is a certain vibe that a really angry Gen Xer gives to a millennial. Like someone that was born in 93, and that's when their favorite Soundgarden album came out, and they hate hearing that you're as old as that CD because it makes them think about their mortality. The Gen Xers are very angry, and they really can't do it anymore, but they were really big on exploiting people. Just think about that real quick. Think about it.
Who am I here with right now? The wonderful, wonderful Lauren. I came up, I had my light on you, and you're like, woo! Show me what you did when I put my light on you. Oh my god, those boobies are... I'm
real, baby.
I love it. What's it? What color bra are you wearing?
I'm actually wearing a black bra.
What's weird is, like, I don't like hearing the dude. Like, if I'm watching a porno and I hear the dude, man, I am out of there. Oh, yeah, let me make it about me so I can flex, even though I'm not doing that good of a job banging her and she's fake moaning. But, yeah, let me talk during it. I'm a guy banging a beautiful woman in a porno. It's about me. Oh, shut up.
Cool. Can you take that? I love your zebra shirt. What could you take it off for me?
I could take it off. And, you know, it's actually...
Now this is a mother of 4 kids.
Alarm bells went off when the camera guy left.
I spoke to the director of the documentary, Katinka Blackford-Newman.
We all know that Joe Francis has had a sleazy reputation
Oh, you're not sleazy at all?
For many, many years. But what you've uncovered in your documentary goes far beyond sleaze.
Yeah.
And into the realm of criminal activity.
Yeah.
Yeah, a porn director, not really a guy full of morals. Whoa.
Yes, it has now transpired that he was a violent abuser and managed to just keep on getting away with it because of his charm.
This woman claims
he was charming.
James Francis attacked her in the back of the Girls Gone Wild tour bus.
Yeah, you're I wouldn't go on that bus. I would also get a black light. I can just imagine that place is wall to wall full of.
It was the worst night of my life.
Blackford says so many women who appeared in the videos didn't know what they were doing.
His charm is bizarre, too, because it's like, oh, I'm not giving you any compensation. I'm not giving you any money. But here's a Girls Gone Wild t-shirt.
They were
Here you go, bitch. Like, wow. He had some weird game. The 2000s was very problematic.
Clearly completely drunk. They'd signed a form that gave away all of their rights. And so those images will be out there forever.
Inside Edition has investigated Francis before. In 2008, we discovered that a number of families, including the wife of our own Jim Murray, received unsolicited Girls Gone Wild videos in the mail.
Why is the porn coming in here? Oh, Jesus.
My wife receives this.
How did she order that?
She didn't order it.
Wow.
She didn't order it. She's charged on a credit card.
Wow.
Francis.
Yeah, Joe Francis, not a genuine guy.
Charged on a credit card.
Wow.
Yeah. It's just funny. Why is the porn coming here? I didn't order it.
Francis reportedly lives in a luxurious villa in Mexico.
Duh.
Unable to return to California without risking jail time for a misdemeanor assault conviction in 2013.
What a good guy. Just an overall good man. Not at all. Girls Gone Wild. Woo! Just remember when that was such a big deal? That was like the original OnlyFans. Speaking of creepy, obnoxious people.
Whoa! Happy hot topic!
No, not me.
You know, Bill Murray has starred in some of the most beloved movies of all time, but...
Yeah, Kevin Frazier, we're aware.
Bill behind the scenes could be a very different story altogether. Welcome to Entertainment Tonight.
Whoa. Bill Murray being a creep? I didn't see that coming. He seems like such a cool guy, the way he crashes weddings and makes it about himself. He's not a narcissist that would take advantage of people thinking he's the most important person in the room.
Michelle Turner is off. Stories of Bill...
No, Michelle Turner's off for the day? No.
...is off.
No. How am I going to survive the news clip without Michelle Turner?
Welcome to Entertainment Tonight. Michelle Turner is off. Stories of Bill behaving badly have come up before in his 5 decades in Hollywood, and now a new accusation has come to light.
Inappropriate behavior. That's reportedly the complaint against Bill Murray, which resulted in the indefinite shutdown of his latest movie, Being Mortal.
He's a boomer. I'm not saying give him a pass, but they're all creeps.
The studio's investigating, although it's unclear what Murray is accused of doing.
You're going to endanger our client.
The comedy icon, who starred in classics like Ghostbusters and Caddyshack, was last seen out at the Vanity Fair party on Oscar night. But the new claim is not the first time Murray's been accused of misconduct on set.
He just has gropey vibes, you know what I mean? He just seems like somebody that would grope an ass.
Alex, all my angels.
Actress.
I love how they showed a scene of him consensually touching women during Charlie's Angels. They're like,
Lucy Liu alleged that...
Jesus Christ, I'm trying to talk here. They're like, show some damning footage. Well, we don't actually have any damning footage. Show a scene of him around beautiful women in Charlie's Angels.
All my angels.
Actress Lucy Liu alleged that while filming Charlie's Angels in 2000, Murray inexplicably started hurling insults at her.
Sounds like him.
Some of the language was inexcusable and unacceptable.
He probably said the C word.
I stood up for myself, and I don't regret it.
That's good.
There's no need to condescend or to put other people down.
On that same set,
there's no doubt that's hot.
The director accused Murray of headbutting him. Murray has denied this.
What's Murray going to say? Yeah, I'm a sociopath that headbutts people.
Oscar winner Richard Dreyfuss also made claims about Murray's behavior.
He was an Irish drunken bully, is what he was.
Yeah, he's the drunken guy. Like, he'd probably talk shit to my face like, oh, you got a speech impediment. Why are you on radio?
Action. E.T. was on set of What About Bob in 1990. It was all smiles while our cameras were rolling. But years later, Dreyfuss claimed the comedian threw a heavy ashtray at him during production, but luckily missed.
He screamed at the top of his lungs.
I'm glad he missed. Life would have been so bad if that ashtray would have hit Richard Dreyfuss. How would we have survived?
Of What About Bob in 1990. It was all smiles while our cameras were rolling. But years later, Dreyfuss claimed the comedian threw a heavy ashtray at him during production, but luckily missed.
Hey, man, people are dying of cancer in the world. Got world hunger. But at least Richard Dreyfuss didn't hurt himself getting an ashtray thrown at him.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour. Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah, this following segment was brought to you by WestChasePrinting.com. West Chase Printing and DJ Tone Tampa on Instagram. Posters, business cards, yard signs, whatever the hell you need printed up. Oh, yeah, man, you can get it at WestChasePrinting.com. And you were already going to get hooked up with a great deal, because that's just how Tone does it over at West Chase Printing. But guess what? If you go there and you tell them I sent you and you name drop me, oh, you'll get hooked up.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Finally,
Basically, I'm one of those guys who can't wait to get to work in the morning. Like a dairy cow.
Oh! Oh! Oh, yes! Yes! Oh!
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me, at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
As Blac Chyna's civil suit against her ex, Rob Kardashian's family, continues, a source tells ET the 35-year-old reality star is focused on their 5-year-old daughter, Dream.
Thank God you figured it out a half a decade later. I don't know what it is about Blac Chyna, but she just grosses me out, man. She reminds me of the smell of salmon for some reason.
Your tomato?
Tomato. Yes.
Tomato.
Oh, great parenting. Tomato. Look, we're being relatable. We're saying things on the video to make it seem like we're good parents.
Tomato.
No, tomato.
No.
ET source explains that throughout the trial, of which Rob is not a defendant.
Yeah, he's like, I don't want to be a part of this. I don't know the actual reason he's not there, but
He's been at home taking care of Dream.
well, that's good. What a dream to have Rob Kardashian as your father.
Adding that he has her 6 days a week. Quote, he has been trying to keep things as routine and normal as possible for her while all this is going on.
The unfortunate part, the sad part is when Robert Kardashian is the voice of reason in the room. You got a problem, man.
Shut up!
I'm just saying.
The source adds that Rob wants to be present and make sure his little girl feels secure and safe.
Now when you have Blac Chyna and Rob Kardashian as your parents, like even when you're safe, you're not really that safe.
Despite the family drama.
Yeah.
Of course, this all comes amid a tense courtroom battle between the 33-year-old model and the Kardashians.
Oh, that sounds like a fun time.
Chyna first filed the $100 million civil suit in October 2017 against Rob for assault, battery, and harassment, and his family for defamation, claiming that the Kardashian Jenners became, quote, media predators, slut-shaming her on social media.
You weren't bringing it upon yourself at all, though. You were wearing the most conservative, humble outfits. You were never out there, you know.
Yeah, and killing her hit television show as a form of revenge for leaving Rob.
Maybe it's just because you're a talentless loser. You look like Roger from American Dad. You ever think about that?
Why do you care going through my phone? There's nothing in there.
Oh, that voice being the lead of a show? Oh, this doesn't sound like nails on a chalkboard.
Rob.
Why do you care going through my phone? There's nothing in there.
Don't you think that's shady?
To my mom or something about some. I don't want.
Who the hell would watch this? Some people get enough for this in their own life. You don't need this.
You think I'm gonna go read your convos with your mom or something?
So what are you trying to read? Who do you think I'm texting? What do you think I'm doing?
God.
On Thursday, Rob's mom, Kris Jenner, took the stand and was questioned about statements she'd made during previous depositions about alleged threats she'd been told Chyna made against her daughter, Kylie Jenner. Of course, Kylie used to date rapper Tyga.
Oh, that was a good relationship. He is like 25 and she is 16. Woo! This family of morals.
Who is the father of Chyna's 9-year-old son, King Cairo.
That's the weird thing, too.
But Kris told the court they never reported the alleged threats to the police.
That's good.
Quote, we kept it internal between the family.
Oh, that sounds healthy.
And when the 66-year-old momager was asked if those alleged
Oh, that word momager makes me want to vomit.
threats caused her any concern when Rob and Chyna started dating, she said she didn't realize how serious the relationship was until they got engaged.
She doesn't really seem to have a really good hold on any of her kids' relationships. There's all these rumors that she's not getting along with Kendall and that she doesn't like the privacy that Kendall and Devin do. And she's like, oh, I don't know if I like Pete Davidson or not. And she's like, I don't know if it's like, maybe it's you.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment was brought to you by Amir Academy of Martial Arts, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m., 2800 22nd Street North, and that's in St. Petersburg. Amir Academy of Martial Arts. When I tell you that he is the best trainer for MMA, martial arts, and boxing in all of the Bay Area, I'm a man of my words. For all the info, AmirAcademy.com.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
I'd like a $9,000 prostitute, please. Oh, do you have 9 $1,000 ones? Yeah, good. And if you got an albino, send her up too. And like 20 minutes, I'm gonna be asleep, so get them up here. I had like half a bottle of melatonin, 6 beers, this whole bucket of chicken. Oh, the Sandman is coming.
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Or chat him live via the Hoppe Radio app.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. 856-49-HOPPE.
Mike Tyson is speaking out after footage surfaces that appears to show him in a violent confrontation.
It didn't really appear to show him. It completely showed him. Also, this video shows why everybody hates millennials. So this kid sitting behind him, he throws a water bottle at him. He goes, Mike, over and over. Then Mike punches him a few times, and then the kid looks like a pussy. He was definitely one of those guys that has a Tinder account and has a Bumble account and knows when celebrities are on the planes. And they're like, look at me, I have pictures with famous people that I stalk. I'm a weirdo. Woohoo! I have made no accomplishments in my life, so I'm going to follow around these celebrities. Loser.
The video, which TMZ posted Thursday morning, allegedly shows the former heavyweight on board a plane.
And the thing I didn't like, too, was the media, overhyped the video. They were like, Mike Tyson gets into fight with man on a plane. It was pretty one-sided and clickbait.
Where he repeatedly punches another passenger. Now, a rep for Tyson tells ET, unfortunately, Mr. Tyson had an incident on a flight with an aggressive passenger who began harassing him and threw a water bottle at him while he was in his seat.
Yeah, it was like the dude was treating him like he was a circus act. I don't usually, defend violence or ever go, oh, it's a good thing to be violent, but I'm glad he did it. Because a lot of times, nothing beats being quiet and ignoring the person, but sometimes you just gotta punch someone in the fucking face, man.
Hey, I'm just winging it. You can't wing it in life.
There's also new details from law enforcement. In a statement to ET, the San Francisco Police Department confirms there was a physical altercation.
Yeah, they were too busy trying to figure out the homeless problem in San Francisco.
And while they're not confirming Tyson's involvement at this time, here's what we do know. Wednesday night, officers were dispatched to San Francisco International Airport. 2 subjects believed to be involved in the incident were detained. One of them was treated for non-life-threatening injuries.
Oh, there's a few scratches. Shut up.
This person also remained tight-lipped when speaking to authorities and refused to cooperate further with the investigation.
I wonder if that was the kid who is on camera being a bitch.
In that widely circulated video, it's been sent to the San Mateo County Sheriff's Office.
He's going to get a slap on the wrist. Nothing's going to happen. Nothing should happen.
Tyson last spoke to ET in 2015 while promoting his documentary.
Anybody on this planet, you could beat them in a fair fight. to you. You tell me how that'll feed your ego.
I will say, even though the kid is a complete pussy, he's a complete pretentious piece of garbage, he's a real see you next Tuesday, he makes all millennials look bad, blah, blah, blah. But I will say, the kid does have balls. Not saying it's a good thing, but I'm saying there's some guts there.
He told us he had big plans.
Now, is he ever up in a girl's guts and banging her out? No, he's not getting laid, but he does have guts.
You tell me how that'll feed your ego.
He told us he had big plans for his next chapter.
Whatever. 856-49-HOPPY. I'm going to give some appreciation to Mike Tyson's Mysteries on Adult Swim. It was basically Scooby-Doo. It had a talking pigeon who was, rest in peace, Norm Macdonald. It was a good show. It was like Scooby-Dooby-Doo.
To the Mystery Mobile.
It was Scooby-Doo. This clip isn't really translating over radio. It's one of those where it's more visual. Let me get a better video to describe Mike Tyson's Mysteries. But that, to me, man, is one of the best shows ever.
Can we please look at these?
Is that the book we're supposed to be putting an ending on?
No, they're college catalogs. You said you'd look at them with me.
Not now. We're in the middle of a damn mystery. And I don't know how I feel about you going away to college.
Well, we have to talk about it at some point. I'm 18.
18? Where did the time go? I remember it like it was yesterday. You were just a little baby, but you told me, stop living for yourself.
Okay, I hate to be a bitch, but babies can't talk. We know that, right?
You gotta check out the show, man. When I tell you it's funny, trust me, I am the authority on adult cartoons.
Please don't be offended. He's sorry in advance.
The latest on Rihanna's partner, A$AP Rocky's arrest and release. E.T. has obtained his booking sheet, which lists A$AP's birth name as Rakeem Mayers.
Oh, that's so cool. He has a real name? Wow, you guys got him. You said his real name. Like, I love whenever, like, a radio person gets in trouble and they say their real name. It's like, cool. You're telling me the person on the radio, that's not their real name? Whoa, Mason Dixon.
Bail was set at $550,000. Police who were spotted removing items from A$AP's home say,
yeah, it's kind of a big deal when you have cops taking things from your house.
The 33-year-old faces a felony charge of assault with a deadly weapon stemming from an alleged incident back in November. A source tells E.T. this arrest was not something A$AP and Rihanna saw coming.
Yeah, I don't really think they woke up in the morning and she's like, oh, you're getting detained today. And I ain't talking about the whips.
Rihanna saw coming.
Yeah, because you look at that relationship between A$AP Rocky and Rihanna, and the first thing that I think of is, yeah. I mean, she literally says it in some of her songs.
Week is something new. I'm enjoying it.
I'm just excited for what I don't know yet, you know?
Yeah.
Clearly, this was
I didn't know cops are coming.
A very orchestrated, strategic arrest by the police. They both executed a search warrant of his house and made the arrest at the same time.
Whoa, you're telling me when there's an investigation going on, the cops put in effort? Whoa.
Legal expert Rachel Stockman says the LAPD followed a plan.
Yeah, whoa. Cops put an effort into things? Whoa.
Perhaps they didn't want him to do anything to disturb evidence. Perhaps they wanted to collect his phone.
Perhaps the cops were like trying to get him and not make them see it coming.
As for Rihanna,
what is Rihanna? It's sexier. Rihanna sounds like a Midwest idiot.
According to multiple reports,
Rihanna, she got pregnant in high school. Rihanna, though, that's a classy woman. I gotta skip over this because they're playing the music.
Condition of bail, the judge will probably take away his passport.
It's not the first time A$AP's been in trouble with the law. Back in 2019, he spent 3 weeks in a Swedish jail after a street fight.
I forgot about that. Also, what the hell happened to Brittany Griner? Is she out of jail yet?
Oh, this is some
let's piss off Russia. What a good idea.
You know, they gonna make an example out of me. And that's what they did.
A$AP was convicted and fined. As for yesterday's arrest, his court date has been set for August 17th. And while his legal team prepares for that, actor Johnny Depp dropped a few bombshells and...
whatever. We'll get to that in a second. Oh, God, Johnny Depp is repulsive. So what I'm saying to you is this. You know, Rihanna was looking at the situation and was like, A$AP Rocky's a really good dude. He's got kind of a sketchy past, but he's over it. He's a new man. Then all the cheating allegations came out last week. And then you have this, and then you have that. It's almost like people never change. Speaking of that.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Paul Bettany's a good friend that you've done drugs with, right?
That's a strange question. Paul Bettany is a good friend. Yes.
Johnny Depp's doing a thing where he's making the answer long so you can think out what to say.
You've done drugs with him?
Yes, I have.
Cocaine, right?
Cocaine, yes.
Alcohol?
Alcohol, yes.
Pills, including Xanax and Adderall, right?
What about you, lawyer? We need to get you to relax a little bit. You're a little uptight.
That I'm not so sure of.
Okay. Mr. Depp, you remember giving testimony in the trial in the UK, correct?
Yes.
And you gave that testimony under oath, right?
Yes.
He just creeps me out, man. He doesn't really give me good vibes. And I ain't defending Amber Heard either. She's oh God, is she gross. Yuck. She seems like she doesn't know how to wipe her own ass.
You gave quite a bit of testimony in that trial, right?
I wouldn't be able to judge that myself.
I kind of get where Johnny's going with some of these. Is this lawyer's kind of like timid? He's not really coming into the room and commanding it. He's kind of being passive aggressive because he knows that he's in over his head.
You gave quite a bit of testimony in that trial, right?
Didn't you? That last time you were in court, you did say a lot of things, didn't you? And then you did cocaine with your friend. Sounds like a bitchy wife.
You gave quite a bit of testimony in that trial.
Yeah, didn't you come home and not take off your shoes? God, imagine that. 856-49 Hoppe. So much to this Johnny Depp news. It's insane. It's crazy. It's wild. It makes you uncomfortable.
Mr. Depp, you see the text from Amber that says, I'm at a coffee meeting now. You see that?
I do, sir.
Right there. So she tells you at 12:41 p.m., I'm at a coffee meeting now. We'll be home soon. And then you respond, holy crap, no meetings, no movies. Why? Why do you deviate from our agreement?
This relationship sounds like it was doomed from day one. Kind of like Johnny Depp's career.
What species of meeting? Just tell me when you get home. Did I read that right?
You did, but a coffee.
God, I just hate this lawyer. He's so passive aggressive. Shut up.
A meeting.
You didn't want her to take the meeting that she was taking that day, correct?
It seems as though we had an agreement.
Like Johnny Depp's movies, and like his career, and like his courtroom appearance, it's boring.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you about the best barber in all the Bay Area. No. Let me tell you about the best barber in all of planet Earth. No. Let me tell you about the best barber in the whole wide universe. Rich Keeley, Master Barbershop. Oh, man. He's the best. He is at Salon Loft on Kennedy Boulevard, right next door to McDonald's. Here's how it goes. Here's how it works. Let me explain to you. You're going to have to sign up for an appointment ahead of time at richkbarber.com. You're not going to be able to just go, hey, Rich, I heard about it on Happy Hour. Can I get my hair cut? No. You gotta sign up for an appointment at richkbarber.com. And you might have to get on the waiting list and maybe wait 4 days. But trust me, you want to go to that chain place that has beautiful women cutting hair. They have overpriced beer. Woo! Or do you want a nice, classy haircut? It's your choice. richkbarber.com.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Well, it was good while it lasted, I guess.
But Sheriff, the glory hole is the pride and joy of Dougal County.
Fella found an even older glory hole 2 towns over. Lord knows I ain't looking forward to telling the tourism board about this.
Such an elegant concept. A simple, lowly hole to commemorate his glory.
He never holds back, and he speaks his mind. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Hoppe Hot Topic.
Breaking news for our nation's capital. An active shooter situation in Washington, D.C. Authorities responding, telling people to shelter in place.
Here's my problem with, there's never really a good thing about shootings. Here's the thing. Think about 2012. You had the movie theater shooting in Denver, Colorado. However you say the name, Colorado. And you had the elementary school shooting in December 2012. And you had Columbine, you had you had NIU. You had all these different schools over the past 20 years. We have officially become desensitized to it. If there was an active shooter in 2013, 2012, through maybe 2015, 2016, 17, 18, we would care. But 2022, there's an active shooter. It's an average Tuesday. And honestly, it's very unfortunate. We have become officially desensitized to shootings.
And we're now getting word about several injured. The violence playing out in Northwest Washington in an area surrounded by schools. Officers helping people in harm's way get to safety.
There's a lot of times I'm not the biggest fan of cops. I think they have a small dick energy problem. I think they have a Napoleon complex. I think they want to be cool because they weren't good playing sports growing up or they're living in the past. But I will say when cops do things like this, they are pretty cool, helping save lives, actually, when they're doing their job.
See him running across the street. The FBI and Secret Service officers helping D.C. police search for possible suspects now. Details are just coming in, and ABC's Kenneth Moten leads us off in Washington tonight.
Yeah.
Rapid gunfire erupting in this Washington, D.C. neighborhood around.
Listen, we're literally, I know the whole world has violence, but we've become so desensitized to it that they're just showing shootings on TV, and we're like, yeah.
3:20 this afternoon. Police swarming the area surrounded by schools and government embassies.
It was just scary. A lot of shootings going on.
As SWAT teams move from building to search for an active shooter.
Bro, they got the SWAT truck.
This video appears to show police bringing an injured woman to safety. Police say at least 3 people were shot, including a child.
Somebody was shot.
Residents seen running for cover as neighbors were urged to shelter in place. Schools going into lockdown. One mother telling our affiliate WJLA her middle school daughter was evacuating when the glass bridge she was crossing exploded from the gunfire.
She described it as exploding and that it was raining glass, and it was so bad. She says she has injuries on her arm. She said she even got glass in her mouth, that she has a cut in her mouth, and the 6th grader was hit in the arm and was bleeding profusely, and so Sienna had to use her jacket on the girl to keep it from bleeding, was holding pressure on the girl's arm.
Hoppe Hot Topic.
A New York judge today held former President Donald Trump in contempt of court, fining him $10,000 a day for failing to produce documents subpoenaed as part of that state's investigation into business practices at the Trump Organization.
Whatever. Who cares? He gets away with it.
Trump is appealing. And
yeah, he is appealing. Man, I miss him. I don't really miss him, but man, kind of miss the guy, man.
Speaking of the former president, it seems
he's like your creepy uncle that you don't see for 5 years, and you're like, I kind of miss you. And then when you're around him, you're like, oh God, you're the worst.
Everyone has an opinion about Prince Harry and Duchess Meghan, including him.
Former President Trump doesn't hold back when it comes to Meghan Markle.
Harry is whipped. Do you know the expression whipped?
I'm familiar with the phrase.
I won't use the full expression. But
I'm Piers Morgan. I suck at interviews.
Harry is whipped like no person I think I've ever seen. I'm not.
And nobody wants to interview Trump and put him on TV, and nobody wants to put Piers Morgan on TV, so let's do a show together.
I'm a fan of Meghan.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan, and I wasn't right from the beginning.
I don't really seem like you and Meghan Markle would get along.
I think poor Harry is being led around by his nose. Okay?
You think he's going to win?
I do. I've been a very good predictor, as you know. I predicted almost everything.
I miss that arrogance.
It'll end, and it'll end bad.
The bad blood between Trump and Meghan goes way back and came to a head in 2019 during Trump's state dinner with the Queen. Meghan and Harry did not attend. Was it a snub, as Trump claims? Meghan had just given birth to Archie and was on maternity leave.
It's kind of a big deal. Donald. Then again, this is a dude that cheated on his wife who was having a baby and pregnant with Stormy Daniels, who isn't even that good looking. So it's not really a guy that's full of character. Like, I think he was an okay president or whatever, but I hated when the Republicans tried to paint him to be a good person. You can like the guy and think he's better than Biden or Clinton, but don't lie to yourself and say he's a good dude.
Trump tells Piers Morgan's new TV show Uncensored that he believes Meghan and Harry should have been stripped of their royal titles when they moved to California.
The only thing I disagree with the Queen on, probably one of the only things ever, is that I think she should have said, if that's your choice, fine, but you no longer have titles, you no longer, and frankly, don't come around.
The thing is, it's easier said than done, but it is family. But then Donald doesn't really seem to have much, he's I don't want to say a good dude, but he's a human being. He's got kids and whatnot or whatever. But I don't think he's the most emotional person.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Nicki Minaj is getting candid about embracing sobriety.
It sucks when I realize I married someone that's a piece of shit.
The
and I can't drink it away.
39-year-old took to Twitter recently and responded to a fan who had asked if she was, quote, high. And the hip-hop star, quote, tweeted, responded saying, no, I'm sober and loving life.
I bet you are.
You? That wasn't the only message about sobriety the Do We Have a Problem rapper shared.
Remember when she had the line, flow so tight like a D in the butt? Yeah, I bet it was a lot easier when you're drunk.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This has been brought to you by the best podcasting network in all of the Bay Area and the whole wide world, quadpod.com. QODPOD.com has the best true crime, comedy, all of those podcasts. But most importantly, it has Happy Hour. For all the info, QODPOD.com/Ryan Hoppe.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Doctors say the life expectancy of the average man is now 76.2 years.
76.2, but I'm already 38.1. I've wasted half my life.
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. 856-49-HOPPE. 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. And you can listen to Happy Hour, a.k.a. Hoppe Radio, on Stitcher, Odyssey, TuneIn, Mixcloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Deezer, Podbean. By searching Hoppe Radio, Hoppe Radio.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Chris Rock's mom is speaking out.
She should have a month ago. It's a little old news now, a little behind the times. Did you hear Alec Baldwin shot somebody?
Nearly 1 month after Will Smith slapped the comedian on stage at the 2022 Oscars, Rosalie Rose Rock said the incident didn't only hurt her son. Quote, when he slapped Chris, he slapped all of us. He really slapped me.
I don't know about that.
Rock told local South Carolina news station WIS-TV. Last month, Will walked on stage and smacked Chris.
Yeah, we know. So, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. They're going to talk about it for the next 2 minutes. It's like, that was a month ago.
Twitter accepting Elon Musk's buyout offer in an all-cash deal worth about $43 billion.
All cash, can you imagine that?
Joining us with more on this, our business expert, Alexis Christoforous.
Oh, I'm sure she knows more than everybody else. She's the ABC News expert. Watch out for her. Her opinion.
We're talking about this, 45 minutes ago. From a financial standpoint, what do you think? Does this make sense for Elon Musk?
Kira, it's amazing when you think about how quickly this deal came together.
Yeah.
Like less than 2 weeks
He has
ago,
a lot of money.
It was an improbable deal.
Whoa, it's like when you have money, things can happen that normally couldn't happen for normal people. Whoa!
And now, 10, 11 days later, the board realized that this is probably the best offer they're going to get, and it represents a really good exit strategy for its investors. The magic number here that Elon Musk, the world's richest person, and Twitter's board agreed on is $44 billion. Not all of the money here is Musk's. He was able to pull together investors, including the investment firm Morgan Stanley and others.
Yeah, he's a pretty good guy. Not like person, but like he can convince the hell out of you.
Other private investors, and he himself is putting up 20% of his personal stake in Tesla, of course, the company he is CEO of. So
I don't care anymore. 856-49 Hoppe. Of course, you have to go overseas to get the actual news about Alec Baldwin. No one's reporting on it in America. The liberal news will protect them. Sky News overseas, they hate us.
This is the last scene cinematographer Helena Hutchins ever filmed. Alec Baldwin rehearsing a shooting scene.
Got it.
Moments later, the gun was fired, killing her and injuring the film's director. New Mexico police have released all the files associated with the ongoing criminal investigation
What about the hidden ones?
into Ms. Hutchins' death. Officers can be seen arriving on the scene of a film set transplanted into a real-life tragedy. Inside the church where the shooting happened, investigators attempt to piece together the moment Hollywood superstar Baldwin shot dead Hutchins.
Last I got
But I didn't do it because I'm Alec Baldwin.
from her was it went in through her right and out the left back.
Outside, officers inspect Baldwin's clothing. He's still dressed as the cowboy character he was depicting in the film. He pauses briefly to answer his mobile phone.
Hello, yeah. Ray Donovan, can you help me?
Hold on 1 second, please.
Baldwin has denied pulling the trigger on the gun which killed Hutchins and says he doesn't know how live rounds came to be on the set.
Yeah.
Okay, what is your full name?
The film's armourer Hannah Gutierrez-Reed is also captured on police body cam in the immediate aftermath of the shooting. The 24-year-old was responsible for safety of guns on the set. She is now suing the weapons provider, alleging he supplied a mismarked box of ammunition containing live rounds.
Well, that entitled millennial dummy was, she was like on a podcast saying like her father for what she does is like the Michael Jordan of it. And she was like, I'm unqualified. I don't know what I'm doing. And I got it because of my father. Well, now someone's life is gone, you bitch. 856-49 Hoppe. She doesn't look so cocky there in the police footage when she's behind the, when she's in the cop car. You're not so cocky now, are you?
Whoa! Happy hot topic! Well, if you haven't bought your Powerball tickets for tonight's big drawing yet.
Hey, Gen Xers that exploit people. It's your time to get money. All the money you let go to waste in your life. Earn it back by getting the Powerball.
Don't worry, still plenty of time. The jackpot has grown to a whopping $421 million. No,
sign me up. Not at all. I don't believe in the lottery thing. It's dumb as hell, and I hate it. But usually people that are going to die 2 days later get it.
Powerball's top prize since Valentine's Day, so the jackpot has been growing ever since. By the way, Powerball celebrating a big anniversary. This weekend marked 30 years.
Oh, thank God you've been taking people's money for 3 decades. We're so proud of you.
Since the very first drawing.
Oh, wow, time flies. 856-49 Hoppe.
We're joined now by NBC News national security analyst Jeremy Bash, former chief of staff at the CIA and the Pentagon. Jeremy, we'll get to the nitty-gritty of some of the deliverables in a moment. But first, what does it signal to have 2 high-ranking American officials come to Kyiv in the middle of this war? And frankly, should it have been President Biden?
No. What did it say that the officials wanted? It wasn't Biden. All righty. We got to have a real quick talk, real quick. It's okay to admit that Biden sucks. It's okay if you thought he was a better option than Trump. But I don't want to hear anybody say, oh, he's doing a good job. The fucking creep. I don't know where I am. Why are you president?
Well, Savannah,
he couldn't even find the entrance. If he were to pick his nose, he wouldn't be able to find the entrance. He'd be like, why is my finger not going? I just got to move it to the right. He's a fucking idiot. He never knows what he's doing. He's a dummy.
This visit by Secretary Austin.
Oh, and by the way, his representation of like his legacy, his son. Oh, father of the year. You look at Hunter Biden. Oh, yeah. You can tell Joe is definitely a very attentive father.
Well, Savannah, this visit by Secretary Austin and Secretary Blinken are not only symbols of American diplomatic and military power standing foursquare behind Ukraine, but also, as you noted, they came with specifics. They came with tangible new announcements about weapons.
I don't care anymore. This is too real. 856-49 Hoppe. Back to the celebrity trash.
A$AP Rocky steps out for the first time following his arrest, and he did it with Rihanna right by his side.
Yeah.
The expecting parents hit up one of Rihanna's favorite spots, Giorgio Baldi.
She looks kind of grumpy. She looks really grumpy. She's like, we're going out tonight and you're paying for the whole thing. I don't care that you're worth $30 million. I'm a billionaire. You put me through a lot of trouble and I'm pregnant.
Santa Monica on Saturday night. The dinner was reportedly a baby shower of sorts with family and friends in attendance.
I love that term, of sorts. It's a little unorganized when daddy goes to jail for weapons charges. Baby shower is not going to be so organized and put together.
Rihanna's baby bump was on full display, rocking an open black jacket, embellished Alexander Wang shorts, coupled with sparkling high-heeled sandals and a matching handbag.
So she always frowns. She always has that really cute little dimples that are adorable. But this time she's really frowning. Like, she does not look like a happy camper.
Meanwhile, Rocky sported a gray floral hoodie and matching jeans with a bedazzled belt and multicolor Adidas trainer.
He's so edgy and wild. He's really putting himself out there. You're so cool, bro.
The outing marks the first time A$AP and Rihanna have been photographed together since A$AP posted $550,000 bail.
That's a lot of money. 856-49 Hoppe.
This morning, the 5th Invictus Games all wrapped up in the Netherlands after a week celebrating and supporting wounded service member and veteran athletes from around the world. The Games also the first European public appearance for Prince Harry and his wife Meghan since they very publicly stepped down as senior royals in 2020. Harry spoke at the closing ceremony.
The openness and honesty of your feelings and experiences of what has happened to you rather than what is wrong with you provides understanding and healing.
Everybody in the crowd is like, shut the fuck up.
And I can't explain how much it means to me and how much all of you mean to us.
No, you don't. Shut the fuck up.
But what Harry said earlier this week in his exclusive interview with Hoppe on Today, arguably stealing the limelight. The prince opening up about visiting earlier this month with his grandmother, Queen Elizabeth.
Being with her, it was great. Making sure that she's, protected and got the right people around her.
Somebody who takes off, leaves their grandmother, leaves the nation.
These royal commentators. Try living with them for a day. Forget the royal family. Can you imagine being a royal family, like, columnist or host of a show? I'm going to talk about the royal family. Ugh, God.
Convicted drunk drivers will pay child support if their actions kill a parent in this state.
Good. I'm sick and tired of drunk drivers just getting away with it. Enough. We got to have harsher penalties.
A bipartisan effort unanimously passed House Bill 1834 in both the House and Senate of Tennessee.
Yeah.
Democrat and Republican representatives from Memphis.
Oh, so they signed the bill. Who cares? 856-49 Hoppe.
Ben Affleck's team is setting the record straight on the latest dating app claims surrounding him.
Oh no, Ben Affleck doesn't want to admit that he was sleazy like us on dating apps? I can't be relatable.
It all started when people caught wind of Selling Sunset's Emma Hernan making a claim that Ben had actually slid into her DMs on the dating app Raya.
Of course he did. Raya's like the slutty one. You got to be like a millionaire and famous, but God, they must have the most boring sex ever. They'd be better off getting laid on Bumble.
However, Ben's rep shared in a statement to E! News regarding Emma's comments on Selling Sunset that, quote, Raya has confirmed that he has not been an active member for several years.
Oh, yeah, he didn't really care about us.
Well, that revelation certainly changes everything.
Why?
When Selling Sunset's 5th season dropped on Netflix, many couldn't help but talk about the scene in which Emma brought up her and Ben's almost romance.
Yeah, when you're a talentless idiot that looks like every blonde person in Los Angeles and you're not really known for anything and you have nothing going for you, of course you would have to leech off the cloud of an actor.
The bombshell of a claim.
You have nothing going on for you.
Happened when Emma and her co-star, Chriselle Strauss, were having a conversation about Ben going viral because he, quote, sent some girl something. Now, Chriselle appears to be referencing the viral video of Ben.
Hey, I went on a date with him one time. Let's make it about me.
Ben from May 2021, where he allegedly reached out to a woman who had unmatched him on Raya because she thought he was a catfish.
The unmatching, man, that would hurt. You'd be talking to somebody and then they unmatch you. That was the worst.
Well, it turns out that Emma had seen the video and she shared that she received a few messages from Ben himself.
Oh, that's good.
Emma said on the show, quote, he may or may not have been texting me. He may or may not have asked.
Oh, shut up. I hate that. He may or may not have. Just go out and say that he did it. I may or may not have gave him herpes.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour is now over. Happy Hour is now over. Happy Hour is now over.
And like that, he's gone.